Welcome to The Other Goal, stories beyond the scoreboard, where sports meets soul.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into, well, just an absolute thriller, the championship season finale.
Oh, what a day that was.
Seriously, you had Burnley and Leeds locked together on a massive 97 points going into the last game.
Incredible, just incredible consistency from both sides all season, really pushing each other.
Exactly. So the final whistle, you knew it was going to mean huge drama somewhere. And our mission today, I guess, is to pick apart that fine line, that knife edge between, winning it all and just missing out.
It really was a title race for the ages, wasn't it? Setting up this grandstand finish where, every single moment mattered.
And Burnley, well, they did their part, didn't they? Secured a pretty decisive 3-1 win at home against Millwall.
Brownhill got a couple.
Yeah, Josh Brownhill with 2, Jaden Anthony got the other. So look, they did everything they could. The pressure was then just squarely on Leeds, wasn't it, as the clock was ticking down elsewhere.
Absolutely. Burnley put themselves right there. Leeds, though, they had that tricky away game at Plymouth Argyle.
Tricky's right. A team already relegated, yeah, but sometimes those are the dangerous ones, aren't they? Nothing to lose.
Exactly. And it got even trickier for Leeds pretty early on.
See, at 19th minute, bang,
Yeah.
Plymouth, go ahead. And it was a Sam Byram own goal of all things.
Oof. You could just feel the tension ramp up for Leeds fans then, couldn't you? Suddenly they're chasing the game and the title.
Yeah, needing to match Burnley's win, and now they're a goal down against a team just playing for pride, essentially.
It's a huge test of nerve, that situation. Sometimes harder mentally than playing another top team, I think. They really had to dig deep.
Thankfully for them, Wilf Gnonto, he pops up, levels it in the 53rd minute. So, okay, a bit of hope restored.
Right, back in it.
But a draw wasn't going to cut it, was it? Because of that goal difference, they needed all 3 points to actually lift the trophy.
Burnley's win meant Leeds had to win.
Which brings us really to the absolute core of this deep dive. Those final, heart-stopping moments, and potentially a tactical masterstroke that unlocked it all.
Yeah, and what's really interesting here is how it all came together. Like, the sources we looked at, they don't spell out the exact tactical change Farke made late on.
No, they don't give specifics.
But, the fact that Manor Solomon, who came on as a sub, scores the winner in the 91st minute.
Set up a Ganago who'd already scored.
Exactly. It strongly suggests, a deliberate pivotal move from the manager. You have to wonder, what do you do in those moments?
Right. Desperate times, title on the line.
Do you throw caution to the wind, push more players forward, change the shape completely to overload them? Whatever it was, it clearly worked.
And how? What a moment for Manor Solomon.
Yeah.
On loan from Spurs, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Becomes an instant Leeds legend. Gets that through ball from Gnonto, shows brilliant composure, beats the defender, Nikola Katic, and just slots it low past Connor Hazard into the far corner. 90 plus 1 minute. You just picture the scenes.
Absolute eruption. It's the kind of moment players dream of, isn't it? She said himself it was a dream come true. And he said the team deserved it, which speaks volumes about that pressure they were under the whole season building to that one kick, really.
And it capped off a phenomenal season for Leeds. They hit the 100-point mark, their 5th second division title.
Whoa.
Incredible achievement.
It's just massive.
But, and this is where the drama really hits home, that moment of pure, unadulterated joy for Leeds. It was, at the exact same time, the moment that confirmed crushing disappointment elsewhere.
Yeah, the contrast is brutal.
Picture it. Ellen Road, or rather the Leeds end at Home Park, is going absolutely wild. Celebrations kicking off.
While at the same ground, the final whistle confirms Plymouth are relegated.
Despite putting in such a spirited performance. They took the lead against the eventual champions, fought hard, and then Solomon's goal seals their fate.
That emotional whiplash, wow. Must have been incredibly tough to take. Their manager, Miran Muslik, he expressed immense pride in how they played against the best team in our division, as he put it.
Understandable pride, yeah.
But to play that well against the champs and still go down because of a goal in stoppage time, that's just cruel. Football can be so cruel sometimes, you can almost feel the air go out of the stadium for the home fans.
Totally. And the images from that day tell the story, don't they? You've got the Leeds players, just a sea of white shirts charging towards their fans, pure ecstasy.
Unforgettable scenes for them.
And then you contrast that with, say, the images of Luton Town's captain, Jordan Clark, looking utterly dejected as their relegation was also confirmed. Just the starkest possible difference in emotions.
It really highlights the pressure cooker that is the championship, doesn't it? Every single goal, every point, all season long, It all gets magnified right at the end. The margins are just unbelievably fine.
So fine. And this season, I mean, wow. For both Leeds and Burnley to get 100 points. That's usually more than enough to walk the league, right?
Absolutely. Any other season, 100 points, you're champions by a distance, probably.
But this year, it comes down to goal difference. That is just remarkable. Shows how relentless they both were.
And it led to that crazy stat for Burnley. First team ever in the top 4 English leagues to hit 100 points and not win the title.
Can you imagine? The mix of pride in such an amazing season. Only 2 losses, unbeaten at home, 30 clean sheets, and the sheer frustration of just missing out.
Gutting. Scott Parker, their manager, said he was proud of their remarkable season, and you can absolutely see why. But still, to fall short like that.
It just underlines the incredible pressure, doesn't it? Leeds knew Burnley were winning. They knew they had to respond. And to pull that goal out of the bag right at the death, that takes serious mental strength.
It's the stuff of legend, really. That kind of finish gets talked about for years.
And you saw that instantly online, didn't you? The fan reactions, Leeds fans just going ballistic.
Pure emotion.
Comments like, what a campaign, deserved champions, 100 points. And I love the one that said, nothing more Leeds than 190 points in 2 seasons and securing the league in the 91st minute.
Huh. Yeah, that captures the Leeds roller coaster perfectly, doesn't it? That mix of relief, joy, and maybe a bit of disbelief after all the tension.
Exactly. Those raw, unfiltered reactions really show what it meant.
Yeah, they capture that whole emotional journey, culminating in that one incredible moment.
So when we look back at this championship season, I mean, 2 teams hitting 100 points, which is just phenomenal, only for the title itself to be decided by 1 goal deep into stoppage time on the final day. It's just an incredible story.
It really is. It just highlights those razor-thin margins in football, doesn't it? How success and, well, relative disappointment can be separated by almost nothing.
And moments like Solomon's goal, they're not just goals, are they? They become these defining moments. They shape history, create legends, stick in the memory forever.
Absolutely. They define entire seasons.
And think about the contrasting fortunes. Leeds and Burnley both promoted. Fantastic achievement for both clubs back in the Premier League.
The main goal achieved.
But the feeling on that final day, worlds apart. One celebrating this dramatic last gasp title win, the other trying to process missing out, despite an absolutely stellar campaign.
And you do have to spare a thought for Plymouth, don't you? They gave it everything against the champions, even took the lead.
They really did push them all the way.
But ultimately, it wasn't enough to stay up. Their effort, especially on that final day, deserves real recognition, even though the outcome was so painful for them.
It really does. It kind of leaves you thinking, doesn't it?
Yeah.
About the modern game.
Right.
You can have these teams performing at such incredibly high levels, reaching milestones like 100 points.
Yeah.
And yet, the final emotional outcome can be so drastically different, all hinging on the tiniest of margins, a deflection, a moment of magic in injury time.
It's what makes it so compelling, I suppose, but also so brutal. It really underscores the immense pressure and, the often unforgiving nature of football at this level. Every single game counts.
You've been listening to The Other Goal, because the greatest victories don't always happen on the field.